Tony's Townsquare restaurant. Eat like a lady, or just another smelly tramp? Hey, welcome to Planet Mark, and today, in the only YouTube series which is going around all of the restaurants at Walt Disney World and giving them our own in-depth, honest review, it's Tony's Townsquare restaurant, which is in the firing line. Mixed reviews for this one, so people either love it or hate it, and trust me, as you know by now, I'm not afraid to tell you my honest opinion, and if I hate something, I will tell you. So, go grab your spaghetti and meatballs, and let's go! But before you do that, make sure you check out a list of essential Disney travel gear in the links in the description below. They are super cheap, tried and tested, and you're guaranteed that these are going to be great. Before you do that, make sure you subscribe to Planet Mark and hit that bell notification to be told of the next great upload. But back to today. We're going to be taking the atmosphere, the cost, food quality, character dining experience if need be, and giving it our overall rating. So before we do that though, let's take a quick look back at the history of Tony's Townsquare restaurant. Opening with Walt Disney World in October of 1971, it was slap bang in the middle of Main Street, USA, but then was known as just Townsquare Cafe. It was an open-air cafe which served breakfast, lunch and dinner, and was sponsored by none other than Oscar Mayer. You know, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly like to be. That guy. Although, confusingly, it didn't actually serve wieners. It served kind of like upscale cafe food, like upscale sandwiches. In 1981, it changed over to Hormel, who sponsored it instead of Oscar Mayer, and it stayed relatively the same. The only real difference was that they introduced a Townsquare newspaper, which was actually the menu. And it wasn't until 1989 when Disney had a huge refurb and changed it to then, we know and love it today, as Tony's Townsquare restaurant, themed on Lady and the Tramp. When they first opened, the artwork was everywhere, from the walls to the menus to even the plates. And they had to kind of stop serving up the plates with all the nice artwork on it, because, get this, I'm not even joking, people were stealing the plates. Okay, it's one thing to steal like a pint glass from a pub, it's another thing to steal a plate. I mean, these plates wouldn't have been clean, because you've just eaten your food off it, you can't really ask, hey waiter, can you clean this plate up, I'm about to steal it. And there's no subtle way of taking it into the bathroom to clean it. So these people carry around dirty plates in their bag, which is just, it's just stupid, people. But anyway, moving on. Lunch is 11:30 till 2:55 PM, and dinner is 3 PM till 9:30 PM. Now let's take a look at the atmosphere. Starting off with its location. This location plays quite a big relevance to what it is. It's slap bang in the middle of Main Street, so you can see all of the parades. Admittedly, it was a lot better when you could see the electrical parade, if you timed your reservation correctly, but it's still a great place to look at the hustle and bustle of Main Street. The theming is, as we said before, of the film The Lady and the Tramp, and it really makes you feel as if you're a part of that film. Although you don't actually get to see the inside in the film, you just get to see the back alley, it's still exactly how you probably imagine it would do if they did. You know, it's that place where they eat the meatballs and have their first kiss. Stick your breath. Well, I'm sure I could say the same about you. One criticism, however, is that there isn't romantic music playing, which, you know, the whole scene there is that Bella Notte, which is a criticism because it's so noisy. We found it's always so noisy. I was going to propose to Laura in the Tony's Townsquare restaurant there, but it was just too noisy. I couldn't do it. Like, you know, you kind of need the perfect atmosphere, and it was just like, that would have been perfect, but it was just so noisy. I mean, it wasn't a canteen, it wasn't mega loud, but it was still too loud for that kind of romantic feel. What it is, it's not fine dining, it is still casual dining, but it's a table service restaurant, so it's not quick service. Because it's a casual dining, you can still come in your shorts and shirts, you don't have to get dressed up like a suit. So the waiting room is fairly plain, it's just got a few sofas in it, and a bathroom. I know the bathroom very well. It kind of feels like a hotel lobby. It's not like super great theme, it's not supposed to really be part of the restaurant. You're waiting to get into the restaurant. It's the same place that you used to wait for the Talking Mickey. But then again, you're not waiting outside as other restaurants like Be Our Guest make you wait outside, and Tusker House you're waiting outside as well. So the good thing is that you are in a nice air-conditioned room. It's just a shame there isn't too much to look at. But by the time I finished in the toilet, our reservations have been pretty much ready anyway, so don't worry about that too much. So when you get in, the first thing you'll see is the main centerpiece. Right in the middle of the room is the stone statue of the Lady and the Tramp. The decor is very Victorian. If you look on the walls, you'll see loads of artwork from the film, so you're not short of things to look at. You won't certainly be bored when you're waiting. I mean, even the waiters are dressed up in Victorian style. The women wear floor-length dresses and pinafores, and the men wear old-timey waiter outfits. Although this isn't actually a character dining experience, it does do a really good job at making you immersed. It makes you feel like you're in the film without seeing the characters like physically there, which I suppose makes sense. I mean, they didn't actually ever get to go into the restaurant. Plus, a bonus is that this is actually one of the only places in Disney World, one of the only places which offer outdoor table service experience, which we've actually never done because, come on, it's Florida, it's always hot. 9 times out of 10, it's always boiling hot. Well, too hot for us Brits anyway. So, but luckily, it's got an air conditioned inside, which is exactly where we want to be. But if you do go outside, then yeah, you get a great view of the parades and just genuinely what's going on. Next, food quality. This is an American-style Italian restaurant. Okay, I'm gonna plain out say it right now. The food here is really great. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the food. It does not disappoint. And we always get the meatballs because that's why you're there. That's what Lady and the Tramp had. That's what we want. One thing though is that they kind of advertise this as like, oh, you can share meatballs like the Lady and the Tramp did. No, you can't share food. But then again, I suppose you want to try taking some of my food. I dare you. But the portions are enough to fill you up. Don't worry, if they fill me up, they'll fill you up. Whereas other restaurants that we've reviewed, Be Our Guest, the food was small and bad. Here the food is bigger and nicer. Okay, so let's take a look at the food on the menu. Okay, I'm not going to be reading it out. It's all in Italian, but I don't speak Italian. I can't pronounce Italian names, so I'm going to be doing their English counterpart. So Italian, it's antipati. In English, it's appetizers. Nice appetizers, yeah, get down here. They firstly start you off by giving you our favourite thing, complimentary bread. Complimentary bread, complimentary bread. It's bread, it's juicy, it's good, it's bread, it's free, kinda, with the meal, it's complimentary bread. But actually this is a really nice complimentary bread. I don't know what kind of bread it is because I'm not overly, I don't know too much about bread. I know, yep, that's bread, or no, that's not bread. But yeah, this bread is so nice. It's freshly made, it's good, and you dip it into this olive oil sauce, which normally I would be saying you can go stuff that, but this is really good. It's one of the only times I've actually asked for seconds on the complimentary bread. You know, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna say it. Controversial statement alert! This is the best complimentary bread at Walt Disney World. I mean, I'm not going to make a top 10 unless you want me to, of top 10 best complimentary locations at Walt Disney World, but I'm just going to put it out there now. Tell me in the comments below if there's any other complimentary bread that I need to try. Anyway, so, antipati, or get nice appetizers. Caprese, house salads, seasonal fruit, zucchini fruit, pasta frigelli, which is just meatless pasta soup, Caesar salad, and Italian cheese dip. Second bieni, or mains, chicken parmesan, spaghetti with meatballs, or Italian sausage with a marinara sauce. That, just so you know, cost $22. Shrimp Alfredo, chicken Gerardo, ravioli or chicken ravioli. Margherita pizza, by the way, is $19 or an extra $1 if you want to add Italian pepperoni. The braised short ribs. And the Italian trio, which is chicken parmesan, baked rigatoni and Alfredo, shrimp scampi, sustainable fish of the day, and veggie pizza. And finally, desserts. Chocolate cake, gelato, tiramisu, raspberry sorbet, seasonal cheesecakes. On the desserts, we had the chocolate cake, and yeah, just can't fault it. It's absolutely delicious. Character dining experience. Okay, as we've said before, this isn't a character dining experience location. However, this kinda is a good thing because if it were, then it would take away from like the romantic ambience. I mean, in our review of Gico, if you haven't seen that already, go check that out afterwards. We said that no character dining because they don't have character dining experience, and that is the same kind of romantic feel that they're going for. But that Gico wouldn't be out of place with a character dining experience, but here it would be, because it's just the kind of, it's trying to make you feel like you're in a nice fine dining restaurant establishment, but without actually all the rules and like the red tape that goes with it, which is always annoying. It's a kind of just making you feel relaxed at the same time, good and fine. I'm just going to put it out now, although there isn't character dining, that the waiters are fantastic. I mean, it doesn't get said enough that how good the customer service at Disney, especially the waiters, where it comes from. I mean, normally being British, we just don't get the whole tipping culture for like that Americans have. But even there, like at Disney, it's easy to tip, and it doesn't feel like you're doing it because you have to. You're doing it because you want to, because they've really gone above and beyond and gone the extra mile for you, which is a great thing. And it just feels like here, I don't know whether it's just we've been lucky with our waiters here, they're just even nicer. I mean, there's places out, not Disney, outside of Disney when we've been to America, where we've eaten our food and then they give us the bill and they've kind of like circled, like this bill is not including tip or gratuities. And it's like, well, why have you circled that? I read the menu, why are you now circling that? And finally, the verdict. So you're familiar with our rating system by now. We're going to get the atmosphere, the cost, the food quality, and give it finally our overall rating. So, because we love this so much, we're going to give this, we're in fact going to place it very controversially right at the top. Do every single time, because it's fantastic. There's nothing really else like it at Disney. Like, it's not too expensive, and it's like a fantastic romantic ambience. If you're like a couple, it's perfect. Maybe not if you're a family, but if you're a couple, certainly it really goes above and beyond that romantic ambience. And there's so much food that you're gonna like. I mean, who doesn't like Italian food? I mean, there's pizza if you're not too much into Italian food, and it's just everything about it is just wonderful. As well, it's easy enough to get a reservation. I don't know why, but like it's so hard to get a reservation for BA guests. There's never really too much of a quarrel getting a reservation at Tony's Townsquare. Well, as long as you do it 180 days in advance, then it should be absolutely fine. There shouldn't be any kind of problem getting a reservation, which is a good thing because you don't want to be worrying about that. So already the stress has been taken from you. It's right in the middle of the park. It's on Main Street where you're probably going to be anyway, so you don't have to trek ages, like find it or go to a different hotel. The location can't be beat. The atmosphere is fantastic. Like as I said before, the food is delicious. Like normally I don't mind paying like loads for food if it tastes good. It's annoying when you pay for food and there's not a lot, you don't feel full up, or it's bad quality. This is a lot and it is good. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. Do you agree or do you disagree with me? I still want to hear it. But before you do, make sure you check out our links in the description below, as we've got loads of super cheap Orlando Disney essentials. And remember to subscribe to Planet Mark if you like this series. Subscribe and hit that bell notification, because we've got loads more reviews in Disney and theme park and just random stuff coming up. Remember to share and like this video. Follow us on Twitter at PlanetMarkVlog or Facebook.com/PlanetMarkVlog or Instagram for loads of really funny foodie stuff. Instagram at Disney.Dreamer_UK. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.